What up, y'all? Happy Monday. It's your girl, UC Kayla, and I am back, guys, with another episode review, y'all. This is review number 2, episode number 2 for Zatima. I'm so excited, guys, because y'all know I was always Team Zatima, and now they have their own show, and honey, it is giving everything it's supposed to give. Now, before we get into it, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you see me looking over and you're new here, I'm looking at my notes. But guys, I also am going to be reviewing Sisters All-American Homecoming in the Oval on BET. This October is going to be lit, so go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, because you're going to be missing out. All right, guys, we're going to get into it. I'm letting you know straight up, this review probably won't be as detailed as the review for episode number 1, because there was more continuity in the scenes. And what I mean by that, like that dinner scene, even though it was different scenes, like the dinner was like half the episode. Zach getting, investigated by Gretchen was like the last 7 minutes. So there was a lot of continuity in this episode to where I'm not going to do a he said, she said, basically rewrite Tyler Perry's dialogue in my review. Y'all know I don't get down like that. You're going to get this good old Cliff Note style synopsis and I'm going to give you my opinion and we going to get on. And also, guys, I'm feeling a little better than the other day with my allergies. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers. All right. Episode number 2 was entitled Water Under the Bridge, and I'll give you the synopsis. And I'm getting these from BET Plus because this is not what I saw on IMDb or like if you Google it. These are from BET Plus if you guys wonder where I get my synopsis from. All right. So Fatima presses Belinda about her hookup with Zach, and Zach discovers... Fatima presses Belinda about her hookup with Zach and discovers even more alarming information about one of his past relationships. We don't know what that is. And Zach is investigated for insider trading. So I'd say that's pretty accurate. All right, let's get into it. So scene number 1, which was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, was the dinner party at Zach and Fatima's house where we left off in episode 1, and the whole gang is there, right? So Fatima is trying to digest what was said at the end of the episode, what she had just learned about Belinda and Zach. And Zach is trying not to have a heart attack. Angela is trying to help diffuse the situation because she's a real friend. But we'll get off of that for right now. The girls go outside and talk. And Fatima makes Belinda like really break down what actually happened. Like how she and Zach hooked up and like wasn't more than one time and stuff like that. Belinda shares that Zach cheated on his girlfriend, which was Karen at the time. And then he ghosted Belinda, I guess to be back with Karen or whatever. Fatima also learns that Belinda knows Karen because she went to the salon to, basically tell on Zach, and then she still gets her hair done by Karen, which does not sit well with me, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion last. Belinda tells Fatima that she doesn't feel that Zach is best for her, and she believes what Karen said about her, and we all know what Karen says about Zach, that he ain't sugar honey iced tea. So there you go. Zach and Bryce are inside discussing the situation. Bryce is advising Zach to just go outside and say something, but Zach is like, no, I'm focused on the future, not the past. I'm gonna let them do what they do and talk. The gang decides to move forward with having the dinner, which was a terrible idea. And then they try to, discuss Bryce working for Gary. Fatima's trying to change the situation, and they're trying to talk about other things, but the tension is very thick between Belinda and Zach. Belinda starts to press Fatima about allowing her to just like put everything out there on the table. And she kind of takes it too far. Zach is honest about their encounter, and their stories do seem to match as far as it was like one time, then she kept hitting Zach up, but he wasn't responding. And then Zach gets upset because Belinda continues to badmouth him and bring up Karen, and Zach goes off, honey. He went slap off, and then he leaves, which was crazy because Fatima, why? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna say it. Next, Bryce goes after Zach, and the ladies remain at the table. Belinda apologizes to Fatima, and Angela shuts Belinda's theories down and exposes the truth behind her intentions, which is, you just mad because dude ghosted you. Like, it's not this deep. Angela gets Belinda to take her home so Bryce can check on Zach. Woo, y'all, that was one scene. Now, I'm going to give y'all my opinions Far as the scene, I thought it was good and it was realistic. I thought it was a terrible idea for them to still have the dinner. Like, once the girls went outside and talked, we probably should just went ahead and shut the evening down. However, it was entertaining to watch. Obviously, this is a drama. I do feel that Zach was right in what he told Bryce as far as, hey, let the women have their women talk, not getting involved in women business. I can't keep focusing on the past. I have to focus on my future. Fatima will handle that. That was cool with me. What I didn't like was that Fatima agreeing with Belinda, like, no, let's just go ahead and put it out on the table. Then you hearing stuff you don't want to hear. You see Zach is already uncomfortable, so he's getting more upset. This is his house, and not his as in his versus hers. Like, this is y'all's place, but this is his place of residence. If anybody was made to feel uncomfortable or should have had to leave, it should have been Belinda, in my opinion. As I'm never going to have somebody sitting up in my husband's house, in our house where we live, making my husband feel some type of way, making him feel uncomfortable, and it's kind of like I'm siding with them. Like, yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about it, seeing he's visibly upset and he don't want to talk about it. To me, I wouldn't have did that. But this is a drama. But y'all know I got to sprinkle my opinion in there, baby. But if anybody was going to leave, it would have been Miss Belinda, not my man. But, to each his own. Now, I do notice a pattern in Tyler Perry's writing with Fatima. Like, even when she and Karen have had certain confrontations, even though I know she wasn't on Karen's side, she'll be against Zach in front of Karen. I don't like that. Even if my man is wrong, he right. Then when we get behind closed doors, you're wrong. But not in front, you know what I'm saying? Not in front of other people. You right. And I'm, But then when it's me and you, nah, man. Bruh. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's just me. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. But especially, that's with a best friend, anybody. If I'm rocking with you, I'm rocking with you. When we get in in the privacy behind closed doors, if it's just me and you, the person you're odds against have gone away, then I'm gonna tell you how I feel for real, but not in front of them. That's just me. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments though. And so that kind of parlays us into scene 2, where Zach, Lord, Kevin, Bryce, and Zach and Bryce are outside. They kind of have like a little guys moment. Basically, Bryce was just comforting Zach or whatever, let him know he have his back. It's gonna be all right, whatever. And then he goes to check on Angela. I don't really have an opinion on that. It was realistic. Scene number 3, we have Zach and Fatima in the bedroom. Now, Zach comes back to find Fatima upstairs in the bedroom getting ready for bed. They briefly discuss the Belinda situation. Fatima's like, she's not mad, but we all can tell Fatima's mad, but she insists she's not mad. We got some comedic relief in the next conversation, even though it was very intense. Zach and Fatima, well, I should say, Deval and Crystal did a good job in giving us those little comedic spurts back and forth. The 10, 75, 200 part took me out, as well as Fatima knocking that lotion off the nightstand. So, that part, it was like, even though it was intense, they still made it funny, and I thought that was a great scene. Scene number 4, we have them that next morning in the bedroom. Later on, Zach's going to be on the phone with Bryce and then Gretchen. Fatima's up sneaking around, trying to get ready for work quietly. She said she didn't want to wake Zach. I feel like Zach, she was trying to sneak out the door. She insists again to Zach when he wakes up and asks if she's not mad, but just asks that Zach be home for the DNA test for Heather's son. Zach calls Bryce after Fatima leaves and finds out that Gretchen has been trying to call him about that SEC investigation. So he calls her back, and she kind of short talks him and bombards her way over to meet him at noon. And then Zach calls Bryce back to let him know. And Bryce is like, yeah, I know what I said, but I'm not going to be there because it's going to make you look guilty, which was actually good advice. But he's like, you're ready. You can do this. All right. Scene number 5, we have Fatima on the phone with Angela. So now Fatima's on her way to work. Excuse me, y'all. Angela's already at work. And, Angela's like, Belinda feels terrible about last night. She overdid it with the drinking. Fatima agrees to stop by Belinda's house on her way to work. And Fatima also gives Angela her approval for Bryce. I like Angela, y'all. I'm just going to put that out there. I like her. She's actually a good friend. So, there you have it. Scene number 6, we have Fatima and Belinda at Belinda's apartment. Now, why when you come to the door, the first thing she says, you here to beat me up? But anyway, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. Then I'm going to give my opinion. Fatima comes by Belinda's place. Belinda immediately apologizes and blames her actions on drinking too much. Fatima tells Belinda that she forgives her, but she can't come and act like that anymore. Fatima also questions Belinda, like, did you mean the things you said when you were drunk? Now that you're sober, did you mean that? And Belinda tells her, like, no, it was mostly just because she was upset about him ghosting her. Okay, and then Belinda kept asking Fatima if Zach really makes her happy. And she also maybe even brought up apologizing to Zach, but Fatima quickly shut that down. I was like, nope, we ain't gonna do that. And Fatima leaves. My opinion. Belinda is a trash friend. I'm sorry. Belinda is a trash friend because, first of all, let's remember, even though we ain't even talking about timelines and stuff, we're just talking about characters. They're in their 30s. Belinda, she went to college with Fatima, so you're in your 30s. I'm not saying people in their 30s don't get drunk and can't lose count of how many drinks they've had and stuff like that. But on a regular basis, if everywhere you go, you have to have a couple drinks to go and you can't control how you act when you go, people are going to get annoyed with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like this is an isolated situation. Angela was making it seem like this is how she acts all the time. That's going to get annoying to people, especially if you're like drinking and then you act a fool. Like, that gets old. Y'all not in college no more. You're a grown woman. You got to be accountable for the things that you do. And if you are inebriated to the point where you cannot be accountable, Miss Mamas, you're going to have to figure something else out or stay from around my man in my house. Now, that's just me. If I was Fatima, but y'all know Tyler Perry gonna do things the way Tyler Perry want to do them, but that's just me. So anyway, we'll see how this storyline unfolds, but judging by the trailer, we all know it's going to go horribly, and these are the red flags right here. All right, scene number 7, we have Zach and Gretchen at Zach's house. Gretchen arrives to interview Zach about his stock winnings. Zach does an amazing job of answering each question, but we knew he was low-key nervous. He didn't so much show her that. Zach was even able to explain the algorithm that he followed that he used to follow the stock market using the computer. Just as Zach began to breathe towards the end of the interview, Gretchen calls BS and then tells him, like, I feel like your answer was rehearsed. She pulls out her phone, shows him a picture of Tony, who is the senator's wife. It's like she's on the Intel, her husband's on the Intel committee. They knew about this. I know you got a stock tip. And the episode ends with her asking Zach if he wants to tell her the truth or does she need to leave it open for the FBI to investigate. So, my thoughts. I don't think that anything is going to, I don't think that, sorry y'all, I'm kicking my ring. Like, I don't think anything's going to come of the whole FBI thing. Like, I think she's trying to do like the reverse psychology thing. I think when it picks up next time, we'll still be in that scene and it's going to be like the old reverse psychology switcheroo. As long as Zach doesn't break and acknowledge knowing Tony or anything like that, or at least be able to explain it, then he doesn't have anything to worry about. But that's just me. I'm not saying that it's going to be over. I don't think anything's going to happen necessarily like that. But that's just me. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did you enjoy this episode? I enjoyed this episode. The reason why I enjoyed episode 1 a little bit more was because more stuff was going on. It moved faster. It had less continuity as far as in the scenes. Like how we had, like I said in the beginning, that big chunk of it was the dinner. Then the last chunk of it was the investigation. I kind of like to hop around. I don't know if that's my like adult ADD or something, but I kind of like to hop around and get a lot more into the episode, even if we don't get every single detail, because then that gives you something to talk about and think about or whatever. But whatever, I still obviously enjoyed the episode. I'm really enjoying the show. I'm super excited about it. I thank you guys so much for waiting on this review. I did want to do them both at one time, y'all, but your girl I did the best I could. I'm going to figure this out because October 10th, Monday, All American comes back on. So I can't do a Monday video doing a Monday video. The Oval on BT comes on Tuesday, October 11th. Sisters comes on Wednesday, October 12th. Zatima comes on Thursday night. So y'all, your girl is going to be stressed. But we're going to get it done because I love you guys and you watch and support, and I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a fabulous week, and I will see you Thursday. Well, I'll see you Friday talking about Thursday. Bye, guys.